Hello my friends, Dr. Mandell here. As we get older, especially after age 65, our muscles start shrinking. This is called sarcopenia. It's the silent thief of strength, balance, and independence. Every year after age 65, you can lose 1–2% of muscle mass, and if you don't stop it, you'll feel weaker, slower, and more tired. But today, I'm going to show you one simple thing you can add to your morning coffee that can protect your muscles, boost your energy, and help you fight sarcopenia fast. And no, this isn't a supplement you need to buy. It's natural, it's safe, and you probably already have it in your kitchen. The secret is whey protein powder. Adding whey protein to your daily coffee might sound too simple to make a real difference, but the truth is this combination has the potential to change everything about the way your body ages, especially when it comes to muscle health, strength, and independence. And here's why this small act carries so much power. Once you pass the age of 65, your body's ability to maintain and build muscle begins to decline at an alarming rate, a condition known as sarcopenia. This doesn't just mean a little weakness here and there, it means difficulty standing up from a chair, climbing stairs, carrying groceries, even walking with confidence without the fear of falling. Every year that passes, muscle tissue becomes harder to maintain, and ordinary food sources like chicken, eggs, and beans that kept you strong in your younger years simply don't work the same way anymore. The body develops what scientists call anabolic resistance, meaning the same amount of protein that used to signal your muscles to grow no longer triggers that vital response. This is where whey protein becomes a game changer because it is not just another source of protein, it is the most concentrated, efficient, and bioavailable source of a special amino acid called leucine. And leucine is the exact key that flips the switch for muscle growth and repair even in older bodies that have become resistant. When you combine this powerhouse protein with coffee, you create an even more effective delivery system. Coffee is not just a morning wake-up ritual. It increases circulation, stimulates metabolism, and boosts alertness, which means when you drink coffee mixed with whey protein first thing in the morning, you are priming your body to absorb and utilize those amino acids more efficiently, sending them directly into your bloodstream and muscles at the time of day when your body is most ready to respond. That one scoop, often only about 25 grams of whey protein, contains more leucine than an entire chicken breast or 3 eggs, which means you are giving your body exactly what it needs in a fast, convenient, and powerful form without adding extra meals or complicated diet plans. Most older adults struggle with appetite, digestion, or the effort of preparing large amounts of protein-rich food, but mixing a scoop into coffee is effortless, smooth, and incredibly effective. You are turning your coffee into medicine, into a shield against muscle loss, weakness, and frailty. Imagine this. Instead of starting your day with just caffeine and a temporary boost of energy, you start it with a tool that protects your muscles, preserves your independence, and makes every step you take stronger and steadier. Over time, the daily addition of whey protein to coffee does more than just prevent muscle breakdown. It helps rebuild strength, improve balance, stabilize blood sugar, and keep your metabolism active, which means fewer falls, fewer hospital visits, more energy to play with grandchildren, travel, or simply move around your home with confidence. What seems like a small choice becomes a foundation for freedom in later years, and this is why it carries so much weight. Every sip becomes an investment in your body's ability to keep going, to fight against the natural decline that too many people accept as unavoidable. The power of whey protein lies not only in the leucine content, but in how quickly and completely your body can absorb it compared to other proteins. Within 30 minutes of drinking whey in your coffee, your blood amino acid levels rise sharply, sending a loud and clear signal to your muscles: grow, repair, get stronger. This rapid availability is exactly what older muscles need, because the delay in absorption from foods like meat or beans often means the signal is too weak or too late to stimulate growth. By combining whey protein with coffee, you are also creating a psychological shift. Coffee is already a habit, a ritual you rarely miss, and by linking whey protein to it, you guarantee consistency. Consistency is the hidden secret behind fighting sarcopenia, because missing protein here and there may not matter in your 30s, but in your 70s, every single day counts. And every missed opportunity to feed your muscles speeds up decline. Think about how empowering it feels to know that something as simple as stirring a scoop of whey protein into your morning coffee can replace the fear of getting weaker with the confidence that you are actively strengthening your body. You don't need complicated exercise machines, expensive supplements, or endless doctor visits to make a difference. You need a daily commitment to give your muscles the signal they are begging for. This is why whey protein in coffee is not just a nutritional hack, it is a lifeline. It is the difference between standing tall and strong or slowly surrendering to weakness. This one act builds a bridge between where you are now and where you want to be in the years ahead, because muscles are not just about strength, they are about life itself. They protect your joints, stabilize your bones, improve circulation, balance hormones, and even support brain health. Losing muscle means losing life quality, but saving muscle means saving the freedom to live fully. So when you think about adding whey protein to your coffee, don't think of it as just adding powder to a drink. Think of it as adding years to your independence. Think of it as refusing to let age dictate your strength. Think of it as reclaiming power over your body in a way that is safe, natural, and proven by science. That one scoop is the secret ingredient that transforms your morning coffee from just a drink into a daily treatment, from just a habit into a healing ritual, from just caffeine into a shield of strength. This is the real power of whey protein with coffee. It is simple, it is effective, and it is within your control every single day, and every single will very powerful and affect my audience full. When we talk about fighting muscle loss as we age, we have to understand that it is not simply about eating more food or just consuming protein in the same way we did when we were younger. Because as the years go by, the body undergoes a dramatic change that makes maintaining muscle much harder, a change called anabolic resistance. And this means that the signals which once told your muscles to grow and repair now get weaker and weaker. So even if you are eating chicken, eggs, or beans, your muscles may not be responding the way they should. This is where the science becomes clear and powerful. Older adults require not just any protein, but a higher quality protein with enough of the essential amino acids, particularly leucine, to stimulate what scientists call muscle protein synthesis, the very process by which your body repairs and builds new muscle fibers. This is not optional, it is survival, because without consistent stimulation, your muscles begin to shrink, and with them goes your balance, your energy, your independence, and even your overall health. The research is undeniable. Countless studies on aging adults have shown that consuming between 25 to 30 grams of high-quality protein in one sitting is the threshold necessary to trigger this muscle-building process effectively, and anything less simply doesn't work the same way. Younger people can get away with smaller doses of protein throughout the day because their bodies are more sensitive, but for you, after 65, the rules change. This means if you are still eating small amounts of protein with each meal, but never reaching that threshold, you may be going through life thinking you are doing the right thing while your muscles are silently wasting away. This is why scientists emphasize whey protein, because it is not only rich in leucine, but it is rapidly digested and absorbed, allowing your muscles to receive the signal they need quickly and powerfully. And when you combine that with consistent daily intake, you are literally rewiring your body to fight back against sarcopenia. The importance of reaching that leucine threshold cannot be overstated, because it is like flipping on a switch. Without it, the lights stay off and your muscles remain dormant, but with it, the machinery of repair and growth kicks into action, even in older muscle fibers that are harder to activate. Think of it this way, your muscles are like an engine that has been sitting and used for years, stiff and resistant, but leucine is the spark that ignites it again, and whey protein is packed with that spark in the exact form your body can use best. 25 to 30 grams in a single serving has been shown repeatedly in research to not just maintain muscle, but in many cases actually rebuild strength in people well into their 70s and 80s. And that means more energy, more stability, and less dependence on others for daily tasks. This is not just about looking stronger or lifting weights. This is about preventing falls, protecting bones from fractures, keeping your metabolism alive so you don't accumulate dangerous belly fat, supporting brain health, and even improving your immune system, because your muscles play a role in every single one of these systems. Without enough muscle, the body becomes fragile, weak, and vulnerable to disease. But with the right amount of protein at the right time, you are arming yourself with one of the most powerful natural defenses against aging. And here is the truth. It does not matter how much you walk or exercise if you do not give your body the proper building blocks, because exercise stimulates the need for growth, but only protein provides the materials to actually build, and whey protein provides them in the most concentrated, bioavailable form possible. The mistake many older adults make is believing that a little bit here and a little bit there adds up, but the body doesn't work like that anymore after 65. It needs strong, concentrated doses to break through the resistance barrier. That is why one scoop of whey protein isolate, providing about 25 to 30 grams of protein in one drink, is not just enough. It is exactly what your muscles have been waiting for. This is why the timing and consistency matter so much, because giving your body this daily dose is like sending a clear message every morning. Stay strong, grow, protect me. When you skip days or take less than you need, the message becomes weak and ineffective, but when you consistently hit that threshold, your muscles start responding, and with time, the difference is visible and life-changing. Imagine how empowering it is to know that something so simple, so accessible, can literally reverse years of decline. Instead of seeing your muscles wither, you start noticing more strength in your legs when you stand, more energy when you walk, more steadiness when you climb stairs, more confidence when you carry groceries, and even more vitality in your mind, because strong muscles mean better circulation and better brain function. It is not just theory, it is reality proven in study after study, and the only thing standing in the way is whether or not you are willing to take action and give your body what it needs. Think about the difference between living your later years with strength, balance, and energy compared to slowly losing function and independence. It all comes down to choices, And this choice is one of the simplest and most effective you will ever make. Whey protein is the weapon, leucine is the trigger, and your daily routine is the battlefield where you fight sarcopenia. You have the power to win, and you do not need complicated programs, you do not need expensive treatments, you do not need to surrender to the idea that weakness is inevitable with age. Science has shown us the way, and all it takes is 25 to 30 grams of whey protein daily consistently to flip that switch and keep your muscles alive. Every sip becomes a statement that you are not going to let age take away your strength. Every serving is an act of defiance against decline. Every scoop is a promise that you are still in control of your body, and every single will very powerful and affect my audience full. When we think about changing our health, too many people believe it requires big drastic measures, but the reality is that the most powerful transformations come from the smallest habits done every single day. And that is exactly why adding whey protein to your morning coffee is so life-changing, because it is simple, consistent, and effective, and this is where the magic lies. Muscle is not built in a day, strength is not lost overnight, but the accumulation of choices we make each morning determines whether we grow stronger or weaker, and when you are over 65, every single day matters more than ever. By making this small change, you are creating a daily ritual that signals your body to protect and rebuild muscle, and this routine becomes a foundation that everything else in your health is built upon. It is not about perfection, it is not about following a complicated diet or fitness program, it is about consistency, and by linking protein intake with coffee, a habit most people never skip, you guarantee that you are giving your muscles what they need at the time they need it most. This is why this simple daily action holds so much power, because it transforms something ordinary into something extraordinary, something routine into something protective, something you already do into something that now saves your strength and independence. Over time, the benefits begin to compound. At first, you may notice only a slight improvement in energy or fullness after breakfast, but as the days become weeks and the weeks become months, your body begins to respond in deeper ways. Your legs feel steadier, your balance improves, you move with more confidence, you notice you can walk longer without fatigue, you catch yourself doing things you used to avoid out of fear of weakness. And this is the hidden truth about building consistency. It does not just protect your muscles, it transforms your mindset. Every morning when you stir that scoop into your coffee, you are reminding yourself that you are in control of your aging process. You are proving that you can make choices that support your health, and you are building momentum that carries into the rest of your day. Suddenly you are more motivated to take a walk, to stretch, to choose healthier meals, to stay active, because one powerful choice creates a ripple effect of other powerful choices. The strength you build in your body begins to build strength in your mind, and the habit becomes not just about nutrition, but about identity. You become someone who chooses strength, who chooses life, who chooses independence. This simple habit also removes one of the biggest barriers older adults face when it comes to health: complexity. Too many people give up on taking care of themselves because it feels overwhelming. They are told to follow strict diets, take expensive supplements, or exercise in ways that feel intimidating. But the brilliance of adding whey protein to coffee is that it strips away all of that confusion. There are no complicated rules, no strict schedules, no expensive systems. Just one scoop in your morning coffee, and that is it. When something is easy, you stick with it, and when you stick with it, it works. That is why this habit has the power to change lives, because it is sustainable, it is realistic, and it is effective. Even the busiest person, the most tired person, the person who has given up hope of ever feeling strong again, can manage to do this one small act, and in doing so they reclaim control of their health. Think about the bigger picture of what this means. With stronger muscles comes a reduced risk of falls, which are one of the leading causes of injury and loss of independence in older adults. With better balance and energy, you are not just surviving each day, you are living it. You are able to walk with your loved ones, travel, garden, dance, play with your grandchildren, and enjoy the simple pleasures of life that weakness often takes away. The consistency of this daily habit does more than preserve muscle. It preserves memories, experiences, and joy, and this is why it is not just about health, it is about living fully. You are not just drinking coffee, you are investing in your future self, you are buying time, mobility, and freedom, and there is no greater gift you can give yourself. Every time you sit with your coffee and make the decision to add that scoop, you're making a decision that your future matters, that your independence matters, that your quality of life matters, and that you are not willing to surrender to the decline that so many people accept as inevitable. The beauty is that the change does not feel like a burden, it feels like a natural part of your life, something so small that it barely takes effort, yet the rewards are immeasurable. This is how powerful habits work. They integrate into your life so seamlessly that you hardly notice the action, but the results are undeniable. Every day you are stacking small wins, and small wins over months and years become monumental victories. That is why the consistency of this routine is everything, because the body responds not to what we do once in a while, but to what we do every single day, and this is a routine you can keep for life. Imagine 5 years from now, 10 years from now, looking back and realizing that a single choice you made, to add whey protein to your coffee each morning, allowed you to stay strong, to stay active, to avoid the weakness that steals so much joy from aging, and imagine the gratitude your future self will feel. That future is not built by chance, it is built by choices, and this choice is within your hands right now. The strength you build from this routine will ripple into every area of your life, from your physical health to your emotional well-being, to the way your family sees you as an example of resilience and vitality, and it all begins with a habit so small it almost feels too easy. That is the secret, because when something is simple, it becomes possible, and when it becomes possible, it becomes powerful. So remember, this is not just a drink, not just a scoop of powder. It is a promise to yourself that you will not give up. It is proof that you still hold the power to shape your life, and every single like will very powerful and affect my audience full.